Hello guys, myself Professor Dhaval Chandarana, and today we will start our new topic as well as our new unit of a cybersecurity subject known as Introductions to Cybercrimes and Cyber Law. Before I will start a unit number 4 of cybersecurity subject, I will just give you a brief introduction whatever we are studying in this particular unit. As per your screen, a cybercrime and law of cybercrime, it is the really basic requirement to know what is a cybercrime and what are the different laws against a cybercrime. It is the basic requirement nowadays because we are doing so many activities which are connected to the internet, and we are passing our lots of time during a free session as well as whenever we are free, we are passing our time through the internet. So whatever activity should be done through the internet, it should become on a cyber security. Means whenever we require to perform any kind of data access to the internet, at that time we require some security. It is known as a cyber security. Cyber means we accessing data through the internet. So for this, there are lots of crime should be happen through the internet. I think you know very well what are the different crimes, but we are studying in a depth as well as the most important concept is we know that if the crime it should be happen, then what are the different law against this particular crime. So both the thing it should be remembered that what are the different crimes as well as what are the different laws it should be built on India where a cybercrime it should be happen. So now you need to focus on this particular unit and learn what are the different crime it's happening in our real life. So now it is a very interesting unit, and I hope you are clear about all the things which we are discussing in throughout the video lectures. So guys, we will start with the today's topic known as a basic introductions about cybercrimes and law of cybercrimes. First we are discussed a different outline which we are discussing this particular unit. Then we are discussing a today's topic. It is just basic introduction about a cybercrime. So first I will explain what are the different topics which we are covering in this particular unit number 4. First concept is introduction about cybercrime and law of cybercrimes. Then we are classified a types of cybercrime where we are discuss hacking, attack vectors, cyberspace and criminal behaviors, classification of terms in form of cybercrime, traditional professional associated with a computer crimes means what are the different crimes it should be connected with the traditional computers. Then we discuss introductions of incident response. After discussion incident response, we are go through the digital forensics. Lots of what it should be known very well, but we are discussing in a depth throughout the theory as well as in practical concept. Realms of cybercrimes world means what are the different concepts which we are studying in this cybercrime. It is known as a realms of a cyber world. Means the basic terminology about a cyber security. Then we identified, or we can say recognizing or defining a computer crimes means what are the different crime it should be happen on a computer. We just identified and defining it is known as a computer crimes. So we know that if some crime it should be happen with us, so we can identify easily that this crime is not as a computer crime, because nowadays we are using computer as well as internet throughout the days, and it is a day-to-day life activities. Second one, it is known as a contemporary crime which we are discussing in later. Containments and destructions of data, it is also important concept about a cybercrime world as well as we can say a cyber security world. And the last and most interesting concept which we need to focus it is known as a Indian IT Act 2000, which should be developed by Indian government. So guys, we will discuss lots of topic in this particular unit. But today we will start with the single basic brief introductions about a cybercrime. So now we start with the introduction concept of cybercrime. So first we know that what is a cybercrime, because if we know that the actual concept, actual definitions and actual functionality of a cybercrime, then we know that how we reduce it. So first we start with the what is cybercrime. Cybercrime, or we can say a computer oriented crimes, is a crime that involve a computer and a network. First and basic thing we know that, but then also I will just mention that because whenever we access a data over the internet through the any of the electronic device, it is known as a cybercrime. But if it is an illegal activity, then it's called as a cybercrime. If you are a legitimate user, if you have all the rights to access this particular data, if you are accessing only those data who have a particular rights, then it should be not a cybercrime. That's why I will just mention that if you are working through the computer and your computer is connected to the network and you are accessing some of the data which you are not authorized for that, then it should be a cybercrime. The computer may have been used in a commissions of a crime, or it may be targeted. Means if a cybercrime is happened at that time, some computer may be used, or it should be targeted to a some of the computers, because it is the basic things where we are storing our personal and private data. Nowadays computer have minimum 500 to 1 TB storage capacity. So we are storing lots of our private informations, like in form of documents, in form of videos, in form of pictures, we can say family pictures, personal pictures, as well as some friend pictures. Maybe all the pictures should be a private one, and we required to store in a secure data. So we provide the security again all kind of data which should be form of documents, audio, video, as well in form of pictures. So that's why we mentions that a computer may be used in the commissions of cybercrime, or maybe it should be targeted to a cybercrime. Means whenever cybercrime it should be happen, either they can use a computer or maybe they can target it some of the computers. There are many privacy concerns surrounding the cybercrimes when confidential information is interpreted or disclosed, lawfully or otherwise. Just be focused on this third line, because it is the actual thing which we are discussing throughout this unit number 4. I will just repeat that this line. There are many privacy concerns surrounding the cybercrimes when confidential information, which we are discussing in previous line, a documentation or documents, videos, pictures, audios, all the things, it's intercept or disclose lawfully or otherwise if some of the authorized users have accessed the data because they have a particular rights, but they are sharing those data with some other persons or other people who are not legitimate users, then also it's called as a cybercrime. Guys, please be focused. I will just repeat this line. If someone authorized person who can access our data because they are authorized, but it is just to the limitations of this particular own data or within the single person. If someone access our data because we provide the rights, but if they use to share someone which are not authorized or which we are not providing any kind of permissions to access this particular information, then it is also known as a cybercrime. Like forwarding a message on a WhatsApp, it is also a cybercrime, because some friend it should be shared with you. It is means that you just take information for only ourselves, means within only you, not for your friends, not for your parents, nothing for anyone. You just sharing information within you too. So it is also says it is known as a cyber crime. So that's why I will just mention that it is a lawfully or without. Without, I think you are really understand that what is without. Without permission, if someone can access the data, it is a cyber crime. But with law or with permissions, if they can share information, then it is also known as cyber crime. The modern techniques that are proliferating towards, or we can say proliferating towards the use of internet activity results in creating exponentially vulnerability, making the suitable way for transferring confidentially data to commits and offense through a legal activity. Means in these modern techniques, or we can say in modern era, proliferating means we can just adding some information which we are already have. Then the use of internet activity results means transferring data, receiving data, transferring some audios, videos, send some mails, and all the things, accessing some websites, watching some videos, watching some online movies, all the things which should be come from the internet activity result is creating exponentially vulnerabilities. Vulnerability means one of the mistakes which should be done on form of end user side as well as maybe on a server side. Making a suitable way to transferring confidential data means we can say a private informations to commit an offense through the legal activity. Means if we send some information which are completely confidential, or it should be a private for us, and if someone access without permission or with permissions, they have some known as cyber crime. The activity involves like attacking on information centered data system. Like if someone access a centralized system where so many data should be stored, like a Facebook server, Google server, Instagram server, because we are providing lots of informations on this particular application, websites as well as a search engine. So if some hacker it's intelligence and they can access a server, then they are getting all the information which should be registered in particular uses. Theft means getting some data without permissions. Child pornography, built image, it is a latest one cyber crime, because if someone makes some horrible concept of the particular person, it should be never be acceptable in nowadays. Online transaction fraud, I think you know very well. Credit card, debit card, online purchasing, all the things should be coming on the online transactions fraud. Internal shell fraud, and also deploy internet malicious activity. Like internet shell fraud means someone selling the product, and on this particular product they can give some viruses through this particular product. Like if you accessing some websites, and through this website if some virus should be coming onto your computer, it is known as a internet shell fraud. And also deployment in internet malicious activity such as viruses like ransomware, worms, and third party abuse like a phishing, email scams, etc. I will just focus on phishing. Phishing is nothing but the symbol activity which should be create a mirror copy of the particular websites. Like if some message or if some mail getting from the Facebook server that they're just getting some single line message, our Facebook server it should be now updated mode. Please update your username and password. Click on this below link. So if someone click on this particular link, the same Facebook page should be coming from up on your screen, but it is not a legal Facebook server. So if someone known that a phishing attack, then they never be click on it. But if someone not that a phishing is one kind of cyber crime, and what is a phishing, then if some user is click on this particular link, they are getting a one form. At that time someone submitted his or her password for updating, then it should be getting a actual original password from this particular users. So it is nothing but a phishing. An email scam, I think all you have some of the scam email known as, if you are receiving some mail like you win a $10,000 rupees and submit your bank details. Nothing but it is known as a email scam. They are forwarding thousands and lakhs of emails in this particular area, because in a real life there are lots of websites who can taking your informations with your permission, because you are searching up some information through this particular website. So they can just sell an email of those kind of hackers. So they just send a bulk email. If anyhow a 1% mail should be accessed through this one click email, they're getting so many monies. So it is known as a email scam. Network security controls are used to prevent the access of hackers in network, which include a firewall, virtual private network, or we can say VPN, and encryption algorithm. So I think now you know that what is a crime or what is a cyber crime. Now we just know that how to become a secure from a cyber crime. So we just know that a network security controls are used to prevent the access of hackers. Means if someone access our system without any kind of permissions, so we just denied to access this particular request. For this we need to maintain, first thing, firewall. It is a gateway of internet request. Second, a virtual private network, because they are hiding personal identity. And the third and most important thing, known as the encryption algorithm. Means if our data it should be not in readable form directly, then if some hacker can access our system, they can't read our informations. It is known as encryption. Encryption is nothing but one of the techniques that they can convert your simple readable form to the unreadable form. So no one can access without any kind of algorithm as well as a key. Out of this, the virtual private network play a vital role, or we can say VPN is play a big role in preventing hackers from accessing the networks. I think you all know what is a VPN. VPN is just a provide the tunnel between user request to destination response. It's just provide your request in form of unreadable form, so hacker can't access any of the request tracking, as well as if you are transferring some informations through the VPN, they can't read directly. So that's why I will just mention that VPN is play a big role on a cybercrime. VPN, or we can say virtual private network, provide end users with a way to private access informations on their network or a public network infrastructure such as internet. So a VPN should be work on both the side. If you are working on a private network like a local area network, and if you work on a global area network like wide area network, like I will just give you one example. If you are traveling somewhere to somewhere like Bhavnagar to Bombay, and nowadays a digital India, you are getting some free Wi-Fi on railway stations. So if you are connected without VPN, some viruses may be come through this internet access. But if you are using this VPN and accessing some internet which are freely available, so that at that time you are secure somehow compared to without using a VPN. So whenever you are using a free Wi-Fi with any without access, at that time I will just guide you that you using a VPN, because VPN provides some of the security layer to accessing a free Wi-Fi. Now as a figure shows that what is a cybercrime. Cybercrimes include all the things which should be shown on your screen: maid identity, passwords, viruses, hackers, secure data, network security, protections of network security, online data, information hacking, spyware, safety scruples, laptop web system, theft technology, phishing technology, and all the things. It should be part from the cybercrime. So I think now you know that what is a cybercrime and what is the actual thing which should be we protect against our cyber crime. I will just show you one video that a based video against a cybercrime, and they provide lots of data against the real life example. Means what are the actual cybercrime should be happen on nowadays. So I will just give you 1-2 minutes video, then you see that what are the actual cybercrime should be happen on nowadays in a global market. Just see a video. Upon 10% of organization who can become a IT industry and non-IT industries. 10.7% is known as education system. Like big universities, there are lots of student informations, girls informations, and lots of things should be taking part in a cybercrime. Means they just getting informations without any kind of permissions. So it is all about a cybercrimes. And just last thought, you never believe on those you are shown on the internet. Means whatever you seen in this internet world, never believe it is a true or it is a legal. So I will just give a one suggestion from nowadays. You never believe all the things should be illegal on internet. First, you just search whatever you are identify on the internet, then find out it is illegal or not. Take some references through some legal websites like organizations company, or we can say valid websites. Then you are using some informations. Don't copy paste throughout the internet, because it is also one of the crime. So now we just end of these sessions with help of just 3 topic which we are covering in this particular last slide. It is also known as a cyber crime, or we can say what is cyber crime. The activity involves like attacking on the information center, or we can say data system theft, child pornography, built images, online transaction, and fraud interact cells. Fraud on also deploy in the internet malicious activities such as viruses, forms, and third party abusing like a phishing emails. As previously we discussed, all the thing it is known as a cyber crime. As previously we discussed how we protect ourselves throughout the particular cyber crimes, and we are using a VPN. So as the last end, if we are using a VPN, so we are somehow safe against the particular cyber crime. So I think you are now clear what is cyber crime and how the cyber crime it should be happening on this particular different areas. What are the targeted areas, and how we denied some of the illegitimate requests as well as illegitimate website throughout to restrict some of the cyber crime. Guys, I think you are now clear what is the basic concept of a cyber crime. If you have any doubt regarding a basic brief introduction about cyber crime, please just go through this video and see what is the actual concept which we are studying in our previous one slide to a last slide, and between on those slides we just see the video, the actual real concept of a cybercrime with a lots of data. So for today's we have stopped these lectures, and I hope you are enjoying this lecture. Thank you so much.